Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Whitby Studio. Today, we're here for a movie review for you guys. We're going to be talking about Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa, and my friend Wyatt is here to join me. Thanks for coming on.
Hi. We're not reviewing Family Guy episodes. I thought we were reviewing every single Family Guy episode.
That sounds like a
And
night.
ranking them on a
That,
tier
that
list.
that also sounds like a nightmare to me, just like this movie. I don't know which one I would rather do.
I have watched like 5 episodes of Family Guy, but yeah, so this movie sucked. Way more than I think we originally thought it would.
Well, yeah, like you said, this movie sucks because it wasn't on any streaming services. So that's like a red.
Yeah.
That's like a red flag, first of all. But I really,
Yeah, I looked it up and I'm like, what streaming service is this movie on? And it's like nothing. I had to rent it off of iTunes.
I know, like that's like a red flag right there if it's not in any streaming services and you have to rent it.
Yeah.
But the reason why we watched it is for Moto Moto.
Yeah, so anyone out of the no, about 5 years ago, this could have been like a Reddit meme. I don't even know. Like I thought it was more popular. I thought it got out of the Reddit sphere. I don't even know. But like 5 years ago, the stupid Moto Moto meme where like the girl says, "Look out, I think Moto Moto likes you." Like that was a meme 5 years ago. And I thought it was very funny and decided to harass Micah with it several times.
Right.
We were reminiscing about that a couple days ago. It's like, have we even ever watched that movie? We should just watch the movie. It'd be funny. And so here we are.
Yeah, here we are. And like you kept saying like, Micah, I think Moto Moto likes you, and I'm like, what the heck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like it was, and then I think randomly like I like found out what movie it was from, but like I never had any interest in watching the movie. I mean, why would I? And then like
Right.
we were like, okay, well let's find out what the origins of Moto Moto is from. So that's why we're here today. Honestly though, Moto Moto like was pretty underwhelming in this movie. He was in like
Moto Moto
5 scenes.
sucks.
Like the reason why we watched this movie, he was barely in it.
Moto Moto basically like got out of the water and objectified women, and that was about it.
That was it. This movie did not age well.
No, the gosh. First off, at the beginning of the movie, but bear in mind this movie was made in 2008. It still had the Twin Towers in New York.
Yeah, that was weird.
So that is like weird. I don't know why they made that decision to still have them there.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it was an insane movie.
very very hard to watch. Like literally, like it happened so early in the movie, the Moto Moto, and then Moto Moto came back like one time in the movie, and like the rest of it, I was bored as heck.
Yeah, I was like, I think I started scrolling through Twitter like halfway through. Like that's how bored I was. I went to Twitter. I'm like, please save my boredom, Twitter.
No, like,
Yeah,
I mean, our review is going to be more entertaining than the movie itself.
yeah. We can guarantee that. Don't watch the movie, but just the review is good enough.
Yeah, I mean,
So
we're not going into plot details necessarily. I mean, we'll cover like the basics, but we're mostly just going to be talking about like the trash of it all. So
yeah, the sexual induce in the movie. Like I know. Okay, I know a lot of movies have like a lot of kids movies will have like sexual stuff to make the adults who have to suffer through the hour and a half kids movie laugh, right? But
yeah,
it was everywhere in the movie. It was everywhere. There was the same joke twice. There's the same 69 joke twice in the movie. Like they just reused it. It's like, dude, okay, maybe once, okay, haha, it's funny. Twice, it's not funny.
no, no.
There was a very specific focus on butts, which I know is very common in kids' movies, but it's still very weird to me. It was weird to me when I was young, and it's still weird to me today. Like, I never found it funny as a kid. I don't know who found it funny as a kid. Maybe some people did.
Yeah,
but
maybe some
it was
people
just
I
very
didn't.
weird.
Yeah, totally agree. Um, it was oddly sexual and in a weird way because usually like these type of movies they're kind of like subtle with like how they throw it in like the kids like have no idea and then the adults like have a chuckle, you know. In this movie it
Yeah,
was so weird like it was like because it kept coming back over and over again and like kids,
it was very in your face.
yeah, kids movies they don't, I didn't think they threw in like fat shaming and body shaming into like those type of movies, but I guess in Madagascar they do.
I don't know. I don't know if it was so much as fat shaming, but like the like Moto Moto really focused on the chunkiness of just like
Actually,
what?
I guess now that I think about it, it wasn't really fat shaming because it wasn't
Yeah,
in like a negative way. It was like in a positive way, but like
yeah.
in a weird way.
Body positivity in 2008. Who knew?
Yeah. So but they didn't have to highlight on the chunkiness itself, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess Moto Moto did a little bit, but
No, yeah. Well, because he kept saying I like them big, I like them chunky, like 20 times. That
yeah,
felt like, and no, it was. I think we're going to circle back to Moto Moto many times during this review, just because he sucked, but it's the reason why we watched the movie.
it's the only like somewhat funny part of the movie because of the meme, and that's it.
Yeah, and nothing about like the body of it all and the chunkiness of it all. It's just the meme. I mean, because
Yeah,
the movie started out, and I'm like, is this like some sort of like Lion King spinoff? Because we had like the father and the son, and then like a bad guy nearby. Like that's what it felt like to
yeah,
me. And then like it went on, and I'm like, okay, well, this is just like a bad version of the Lion King, but not really. Like it, the plot felt like so repeated and like so repetitive. Like I've seen it in so many other movies. There was nothing original about it except like the chunkiness jokes of it all.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what do you think of like the overall like father son of it all? Like
I
that
mean,
level plot line.
again, it just felt like a lot of the same. Like, I'm pretty sure Dreamworks made the movie. It just felt like another Dreamworks movie that they've made 80 billion times with the father son dynamic. I mean, that dynamic has been overused in movies to death since like the 50s and 60s. So it was kind of boring. I mean, the New York twist on the entire thing of like, oh yeah, the lion's from New York. Of course he can dance. Which really struck me odd.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, this is a children's movie for children. It doesn't matter whether animals talk in it or not. Disney's been doing that since the 40s, but it it was the entire dynamic felt very dry and not very interesting at all. And I just threw my water bottle out of the anger I have for this movie. I'm
Right.
kidding.
It's like
Okay, my water bottle
yeah.
keeps falling. I'm gonna throw it there.
It's just like an anger technique, like throwing your water bottle.
Yeah, yeah. I just have to throw it like halfway across the room. That's how mad this movie makes me because of the father son dynamic.
Yeah, no, that was like the worst part of the movie was that dynamic. No,
Yeah,
it wasn't, but it was just very like I didn't feel any emotion from it. Of course, they're animated characters, but again, like the script was just like very dry in that sense. Like I get what they were trying to do, but like in Disney movies or whatever. I mean, this was DreamWorks, but a similar style. Like Disney, they always tug on your heartstrings a little bit. They're supposed to, and like apparently like a teary-eyed 5-year-old son like was like crying during this movie, and I'm like, how? There was nothing sad about this movie.
yeah. So we went and read some of the reviews afterwards because we were curious, and like I think it was on like Common Sense Media or whatever the parent reviews, and it's like, yeah, apparently a 5-year-old cried over this movie. It also had a union busting scene, which I mean, not a lot of kids' movies have union busting scenes, so that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was surprisingly like, and like that was like kind of like surprising to me, and actually like made me laugh a little bit.
Maybe not like a union, but it was more union negotiation, is what it was. Because they did end up getting the maternity leave at the end, which I don't know any kid who would understand maternity leave, but sure.
Yeah, I'm like, I think one problem with this movie is that like I don't know what the target audience is supposed to be for. Like, is it a kids movie? Is it like a grown up movie? Is it like just
That's the
like
thing.
I don't know.
Half the references they make in the movie, like you won't understand if you're like unless you're above the age of like 14. I like I don't understand why they made so many of the writing decisions that they did. Like, sure, having one or two references that adults make it is fine, but like the entire movie was just riddled with them the entire time, and it was so in your face.
They got old really quick for sure. Um, and the movie itself was just not interesting to me at all. It
Yeah,
just
no,
very and like I'm like, how on earth would you write a script like this? Like, I mean, nowadays like Chat GPT can write better stuff than this.
that's probably true. I probably could write a better script.
Like, how on earth do you like write some of the lines that you do in like that fight scene earlier on between like the lion and like that old lady? Like, what the heck was that?
I don't
That
know.
was cringe. That was really cringy. I did not like that. Like, no, no.
It was an insane movie. I think it was definitely of its time. I mean, late
True.
2000s. I mean, I don't really remember it at all, but from what I have heard, it was a very interesting time period, and I think yeah, probably the movie's a relic of its time period. I don't know. It just did not feel like it aged very well at all.
No, it did not. We had like a love story in this movie, and it was between the first love story was between Gloria and Moto Moto.
Yeah, that one didn't work out because all Moto Moto wanted to do was focus on her chunkiness, and she didn't like that.
No, I mean, and then Melman the giraffe came up and like said like how much he likes her, like not including her chunkiness, like everything else besides that, and that like
Yeah,
really like makes her happy, and then she dumps Moto Moto, I guess, and then like gets with Melman. So I guess that was like good and like a good, definitely better than Moto Moto for Gloria is Melman. Good option for her. I guess that was like somewhat interesting part of the movie. Not like the focus on the chunkiness, but I'm glad Gloria and Melman were able to work their stuff out. You know,
yeah, I guess.
I mean, I guess in the first movie, again, so disclaimer: we did not watch the first movie because we only were
No,
watching this for the Moto Moto. So like, I don't know. I guess it was somewhat of a continuation, like, but I have no idea, and nor do I really care, like, what the first
yeah,
movie was. So,
yeah, it was. I'm sure the first movie is just as good. I'm sure of it.
oh yeah, because the
I mean,
sequel.
that's the thing, though. They had to have like a good first movie, otherwise they probably wouldn't have continued it. Or maybe they did just continue it. And everyone was stupid in the late 2000s. I don't know. I don't know why anyone would go like see that movie and enjoy it. I don't know how anybody would come to that conclusion, but
Because there actually are like because Wikipedia says it generally receives positive views. So or
it has like a 6.6 on IMDb, and I think Metacritic gave it like a 61. What's it on Rotten Tomatoes?
let me see. Um, I don't know.
But yeah, I I maybe it's like most of the movie. I don't watch a lot of bad movies just for the sake of watching bad movies, and so maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it. Maybe if I watched more bad movies, I would enjoy it more.
Mm,
But
that
um,
that's a good way to look at it. It's 64% on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's like in the 60s
yeah,
range. So that's not like very good, but it's also not as low as I thought it would be.
yeah. I mean, I would probably give it like a 4.
A four, that's generous. I would,
The only thing I'll give the movie is the animation style was good, but it's DreamWorks. It's obviously going to be good.
yeah. I mean, it
That's
was pretty impressive overall, like different animation techniques that they used and all of that. But that can't save a movie when like the rest of it sucks.
right. Yeah.
Wait, yeah, and then so the actor or the voice actors, Chris Rock is in this, which I didn't even know, but that's interesting.
Yeah, I sort of recognized his voice, but yeah, I don't really have any comments on it. He just
Yeah,
kind of played the role. That was it.
Marty the zebra barely had like a storyline. Like his was just
Yeah,
about like not feeling unique for himself because everyone else is just the same. It was just odd.
which is really funny because zebras are supposed to recognize each other because their stripes are completely unique. So I don't know why they went down that route.
Yeah, but again, like the writers of this like should not be taken seriously in life.
That's true.
I'm not gonna like call out like the specific writers. I don't think that's necessary, but yeah. I don't know. I think we've kind of like talked enough about this. Unless you want to talk more about Moto Moto.
No. Watch. Here's the thing, though. Watch the writers be like they've written like some of the best movies ever or something. They've written like Broadway musicals,
I'll have to look
and then they
into
wrote
that.
this.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this was just like maybe they were depressed during this time, and this is what they came up with. Like maybe
Yeah,
this was
they were
just like
depressed.
a rough season for them, and then they made the
Maybe.
Madagascar movies.
Yeah. I don't know. It was definitely very interesting. A lot of I mean, the writing just felt very basic, and the jokes were very weird.
Yeah,
So it was overall just a weird movie. So I guess if you enjoy weird movies, have at it. But
yeah.
it was not my thing
No,
at
not
all.
my thing either. And yeah, if you like just out of this like out of the box like writing like doesn't make any sense like the weirdest jokes in the world and like yeah and like stale writing, this is your movie. Like go ahead, watch it, dissect it, post a positive movie review about it. That's not us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you say overall? So yeah, overall I would probably give it like a 3 or a 4. Very weak.
Yeah.
You said a 4.
Around that area.
Yeah, like if you do know the Moto Moto likes you meme, then don't watch the movie. Just enjoy the meme itself. And the
Just
meme,
watch the scene on like YouTube or something.
yeah, there because there is a scene like a clip with just that scene, which is funny because it says like you can't comment on it because it's made for kids when that clip exists. Like
That's actually kind of rich.
I don't know how the all the Chucky comments like is a made for kids video.
I don't. I have no clue.
But I,
That's really funny though.
yeah, so not even like the people behind the YouTube channel of Dreamworks can like understand like the trash that they wrote.
Yeah. Movie clips, 19 million views. Try YouTube Kids. That's funny. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
that's wild. No, that's kind of all to really say about this movie. I mean, it was fun to talk to you about it. I enjoyed that, but not really
Yeah.
fun to watch because I mean, we talked a little bit throughout the movie, but like I was bored. I was like playing a game on my phone. Like like I don't even
Yeah.
think I missed much. I mean, I did like watch the Moto Moto scenes, but that was it.
I started probably like halfway through the movie. I started scrolling through Twitter and like watched Northern Lions stream. Like I didn't do, I didn't like really pay attention a lot. So,
Yeah, I mean, I thought might as well
yeah.
do something with my time if I'm going to be, watching an hour and a half movie, and it was like one of the shortest movies I've ever seen, but it felt so long.
Like towards the end, I tried doing like the TikTok thing of like, oh yes, let's put my movie in 2 times speed. It's like, but I mean, in all fairness, I don't think it's my attention span. I think it's me watching a kids movie that was made in 2008 that generally received like mid reviews. I think that's my problem.
A kids movie in quotation marks.
Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
It was weird.
It was really weird.
So yeah, comment down below if you have watched this movie. I'm sorry if you have. If you like this movie, then I'm not even going to respond to your comment. Like,
delete the comment.
Yeah, like
you have been deleted.
I have no interest in like arguing about this movie either. So like, comment down below whatever you want. I probably will not respond to it, but I will
Your
like
opinion, wrong.
I will link Wyatt's YouTube channel in the description. It's Wizard Dog. Go check it out. Pump him up with some subs.
Thank you, man. Too
Okay.
kind.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, thanks everyone for listening, and we'll talk to you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.